Our special Vegas-themed Thursday brekkie with Vossy and Brandy. Matt Russell joined by Vossy live from Vegas. You're listening to the home of sport. SEN 1170. Thanks to Bryden's Lawyers. Need expert legal advice. That's what we do. Still to come, Vossy's lined up a fantastic throwback Thursday guest, a man who played for the USA as a rugby league international out of WA, went to North Queensland, Parramatta, Gold Coast, Wakefield, Trinity, even Gympie got a run. Matt Peterson in the final hour of the show. But Vossy, there are any number of suggestions coming in for where you should go in the time you don't have in Vegas. We don't know how busy you are over there, but Azza says, Vossy, head to the Cabo Wabo Cantina outside Planet Hollywood and have a drink called the Can't Drive 55. Amazing stuff. Azza from DY, thank you.
Right. And as you read that, I'm looking at a giant ad on the T-Mobile Arena. It's got Drink Easy in Vegas with Bud Light. I think I'm going to go the ice hockey, folks. I think because we're a sporting program, not that ice hockey is a sport that floats my boat, I'd be mad not to take in a match when it is only 150-metre walk. So lock me in for the Golden Knights, the Vegas Golden Knights playing. I've got a choice of matches. The Chicago Blackhawks, or I can see them play the New Jersey Devils. So that's where I'll be going. There's also tennis here this weekend at the Mandalay Resort. They have an exhibition match, huge game over 2 days tournament, like a little exhibition tournament. But Yannick Sinner was due to play. And I still saw him on some of the signage. I thought, oh, that can't be right. That can't be right. They've still got him on the signage, but no, confirmed he is not allowed to play in for the coin here in Vegas. But that's on this weekend. That's just one of the events Rugby League's up against this weekend. So it's got Rugby League on the same schedule weekend as 2 games of ice hockey and 2 days of tennis.
Well, when it comes to sightseeing, Andrew, I reckon our next guest has a suggestion for you.
On Breakfast with Vossy and Brandy, The Back Page with Michael Carayannis.
One day he's at a Gucci handbag show. The next day, that was Yannick Sinner. Anyway, I reckon Michael Carayannis would fit in there. But where are you this morning, Michael? I think it's a famous landmark, if I'm not mistaken.
Good morning, boys. Yeah, I'm coming to you live from the Grand Canyon, just overlooking it right now. The NRL has sent 5 players out: Mitch Kenny, Scott Sorensen, Jamal Fogarty, Billy Burns, and Jackson Ford have come out here and done a bit of a promo. They're all in kit overlooking the Grand Canyon, so that's where I am right now.
Andrew, Grand Canyon interest you at all?
That is mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. First of all, that we're doing radio. You're there in the SEN studios in North Sydney, Matty. I'm standing in the MGM Park looking out at both the Allegiant Stadium and T-Mobile Arena in the heart of Vegas. And we have Michael Carayannis online from the Telegraph at Grand Canyon, where there are rugby league players in full kit getting photographed. That is an amazing moment. I know the naysayers about all this event. There are people who will live in that negative world, and this is a waste of money. Well, honestly, I've said this saying before, but I've never met it more. Stick it in your pocket.
Well, Andrew, keep sticking it in your pipe. Michael, are you still with us at least?
I've got you, Matty, and just on Vossy's point, there's plenty of Aussie fans here, there's plenty of Kiwi fans here. They're all repping their club colours. They're, and they're pumped to see some of their team out here, some players out here. So they've been pretty lucky, the people that decided to come to the Grand Canyon today, that they get to see some players who'll take to the field on the weekend. It
was like some radio authority was listening to Andrew and heard "stick it in your pipe."
Yes,
pulled his fader down. But you're back, Andrew.
No, I'm here. Yeah, I know. I was delivering a great sermon there, like a great speech. I just think rugby league is just having a red hot go at publicity and promoting this sport, that's on the other side of the world, that's not on the world stage. It's a small world game. It's having a crack, Michael. So the players that have to be blown away, like they're being photographed at the Grand Canyon, for crying out loud.
Yeah, the images are going to be outstanding on the Daily Telegraph website and across the news broadcast later today. And, it's funny because some players, when the NRL put the note out on who'd wanted to come out here, there's a few players that put their hand up and said, no chance, I'm scared of heights, I'm not doing any of that. So we asked, Luke Newcastle's one from the Warriors, and said straight away, couldn't think of anything worse than jumping on a helicopter and overlooking the Grand Canyon, so he was instantly out. But no, you're right. The players kind of wipe the smiles off their face, and they said, it is hard not to get caught up in it, right? They know they're playing for 2 competition points, but they're experiencing something they don't get to do every day.
Come on, Michael, you've seen one valley, you've seen them all. How good really is the Grand Canyon?
It's pretty spectacular. Pretty spectacular.
Pretty spectacular.
Yeah,
it's either spectacular or it's not. It can't be pretty spectacular. That's half there. Now, some news on Sam Burgess. You've got confirmation, have you, that Sam will be at Allegiant Stadium as we kick off with Warrington, his team against Wigan.
He's definitely on the flight, Matty. He jumped on the flight this morning, your time, so he's on the flight, so he's heading over there to Las Vegas. It's obviously been quite a delay. The Warrington side arrived here on Monday. They've been preparing as if he wouldn't come here, but they've finally got that visa. He's finally got that visa sorted, and he's going to fly over. So a little bit of drama there for the Warrington Wolves.
I've got a story for you there, and Brandy and I will actually be calling the Super League game to the world on Sunday morning Australian time. But the Wigan player Tyler Dupree, what a story he is. So his uncle won a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. So he finds himself, this. He says that his own mum wanted him to play American football like her brother, his uncle. But Billy Joe Dupree won a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. And Tyler Dupree now comes to America playing the sport of rugby league for Wigan. What a good yarn that is.
There you go. Yeah, there's so many stories. We just don't have enough time to tell them all. All the nations, all the clubs that are here, and then the women and the English side as well. So yeah, it's plenty of good content, and I've been lucky. I've been bucking down with the Warriors, and they've been pretty much an open book. So. They've been outstanding.
That helicopter flying low over Michael Carayannis and whipping up the wind, but we'll get that audio fixed up. Michael, when I look at Raiders against the Warriors, you spent time with the Warriors. The Green Machine, well, it's been chaotic, hasn't it? Not just inflatable baseball bats, but recovery sessions that became pool parties, training fields that were pre-booked and double-booked. The Warriors, alternatively, seem to have had a very settled, straightforward build-up. Is that a true assessment?
Yeah, it's been pretty smooth for the Warriors. They haven't had too many obstacles. Look, they're all training on the same fields, and the fields aren't, they're not what the players are accustomed to, right? But they've been fine, right? So yeah, the Raiders have had a bit of a disjointed preparation, but they came out, addressed the situation, and I think they put all that behind them pretty quickly.
I've got to say that the jersey count, now this is a very small sample, Michael, because I've literally only been in Vegas a matter of hours now. On the plane today, and this, you got to remember, it was a plane flying out of Sydney, Panthers jerseys outnumbered the others on this particular flight today. But since landing in Vegas, the most visible jersey has been the Wars, has been the Warriors jersey. So I assume that the Warriors charter flight came over like in the last 24 or 48 hours, but definitely the most jerseys I've seen of any NRL club, and I've seen plenty already in Vegas, it has been Wars jerseys, Warriors jerseys in the US of A.
Well, it's a fair assumption, Vossy, and you said, the charter flight arrived yesterday, and they apparently they're the side that has sold the most tickets for countries to come out, so that's why probably we've seen a few more Warriors fans than any others.
Pedro the Rooster on the text line, MC, Grand Canyon Junket. So, Pedro, let me tell you that Michael is working so hard to fill copy online and in the Daily Telegraph. There's no junkets for MC in Vegas. But how will you fill the rest of the day? And Michael, we've got the USA playing Greece in a Rugby League International at Silver Bowl Park there in Vegas. Of course, Fox League's NRL 360 and Matty Johns in Vegas will shoot live later on this afternoon, your time. So, what's on your schedule?
Yes, have I got you, boys?
Yes, loud and clear, Michael.
Oh, yes. So I'm just on the bus heading back to the plane. No, I'm on 360 tomorrow, but today I'll head out to the Warriors again. I've been pretty cool. I'm working on a piece for Saturday's paper on inside the Warriors camp. I've been on the team bus, been in video sessions, all these sort of things. So they've really opened up the door for me. So it's been great. Get to the fan fest at some point today as well. And just enjoy all things that Vegas has to offer. It's quite a buzz. The weather's been great. It's been shorts and t-shirt weather, which is definitely my domain. So it's been awesome.
Just before we let you go, Michael, we're going to talk with you again tomorrow. I want one warrior that has stood out to you in this preparation. One bloke you've looked at and go, wow, he's set for a big season.
I've been super impressed with Luke Metcalf. And you got to think, he turns 26 on game day. He's only played 26 first-grade games, right? And you look at it and you go, I was quite surprised by the lack of first grade that he's played, but he's got this confidence. It's not arrogance. It's his confidence in his ability. It's confidence in what he wants to achieve this year. And, yeah, he's a guy that stood out not only as a player but as a leader. I think he's going to have a crack in the season.
Well, I know that, Vossy, you're on board with that as well. You've been impressed with Metcalf in the pre-season. Michael, you're on the bus. We'll let you go. I'm glad you've enjoyed the Grand Canyon, and we'll chat to you again tomorrow.
Fair, boys. Hope to see you soon, Vossy.
Thank you, Michael. I don't share the same desire, but look. There's lots of other people. Vossy, I can see Michael Carayannis any time. I can see him at Leichhardt. There's other people I need to catch up with, obviously. Hutchie's on his way here.
There you go.
Our boss at SEN is on his way to Vegas. But I'm still star-spotted. I think, you know what, how daring do you reckon we can be with this gear, this radio gear, Matty? Do you think I can get mobile and go down to reception and actually buy a coffee and be on air with you?
I reckon you can.
If Michael can broadcast from a bus, a bus in at Grand Canyon, surely I can be on air from a reception downstairs.
And I'm just thinking out loud, could you pass the phone to a local and could we interview an American live on air about, hey, what does rugby league mean to you? Do you have any idea about any of the rules? Let's workshop that during our next break and see what happens.
Probably have to put pants on, won't I?
You probably will, okay. Andrew. There are lots of good texts here, and we will get to them because I want more questions to go to you, Andrew. But a race caller's excellent job getting his head around the most complicated of horses' names. That's coming up. You and I have to work pretty hard sometimes in terms of bedding down pronunciations, Andrew, that seem to be getting increasingly tricky. You wait till you hear what this race caller had to deal with. We are here thanks to Bryden's Lawyers. Need expert legal advice. That's what we do. Andrew's going to put pants on. He's going to go and get a coffee, and we'll be back on the other side of this with much more on Brekkie with Vossy and Brandy.